Do you think amid all of these issues, I would say that one of the strongest when it comes to the relationship between the two countries, it looks like it could be the West Asia war, but eventually it will be trade. It will be about how India can benefit from the imports, the exports that come in, and especially when it comes to West Asia, the oil discount that we can get.
Definitely trade would feature prominently, and trade would be the most important issue when the two sides are talking to each other. And particularly energy and non-energy trade, both I think would be on India's agenda while holding these discussions with the United States. As far as West Asia is concerned, yes, India's interests in West Asia are mostly energy related, but I would like to say it is also about disruption of all these supply routes that I think India should focus more at this point of time, because yes, I believe energy is important, and particularly now we are facing the fuel price hike. It is important to have a number of sources, but the thing is, as long as the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, or the conflict continues, there are going to be disruptions in energy supply. Besides, India has its own interests in the Middle East, particularly I would say with respect to connectivity projects. One is IMEC, India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, and other is International North-South Transit Corridor. So which are both important for India's trade relations, not with just Middle East, but also with the European countries, the Western countries. So I believe, when India and US talk about West Asia, it's not just the bilateral talk, or it's not just about protecting India's interests, but US and European countries also have,
Niranjan, yes,
economic interests in these.
Both nations do, and both nations are focusing on their domestic interests, and especially as Trump will possibly want to look at how that means for his political future. Ambassador Dogra, we haven't discussed this yet, and I don't want to miss that opportunity. Just a few weeks ago, we had literally the whole delegation from America landing in our neighbor nation, Pakistan. Donald Trump has been in China. So it's not that India currently is a top priority friend. We know how US is also exploring their relationship with our two neighbors who we have been facing hostilities with. So how do you think at that point, therefore, India must know that while we are repairing this relationship, we need to be very careful of how America is pushing with it too?
Pooja, you answered your own question. We have to be very careful. We have to be very cautious, because history tells us to be cautious as far as America and America's Pakistan relationship is concerned. Even America's China relationship has affected India in a negative sense. It is only now, after the rebuff in China by Xi, that America has decided that maybe it might not be a bad idea to send Rubio to India. After all, Quad was not something which was high on America's priority list. India had sent out invitation, but America was not interested. Only now America has shown interest.